Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning to all of the judges and friends. First, I would like to introduce myself. My name is SALSABILA ZAHROH from SMA Muhammadiyah, Surabaya. It's an incredible honor for me to be part of the Muhammadiyah Education Award this year and present to all of you here about the power of us, the power of millennials. Every now and then, we always have the problem of vocalizing our opinion, but we sure have the voice for it. And as a millennials, we often are called the agent of change or something like an enlighteners for this generation, right? Millennials are the nation's successor. They're creative, out of the box, and always bring up something new. Unfortunately, these days millennials seems like they didn't have their place to speak up their minds anymore, as if their voice does not matter anymore. Take an example. We often find political parties are still led by a boomer generation that has a whole different mental capacity from us. They say that we know nothing or we are still a child. We are a teenager who is always on their phone. But is this the real problem? Yes, it is a problem. A very, very much big problem. It's like millennials didn't have their place on the government seat. They say that we are the voice of this generation, but instead they take advantage of us. Millennials, we are the key to every problem. Millennials, we are the key to every problem this country faces in 5 to 7 years from now. And if we don't familiarize ourselves to focalizing our thought, it will be a bad habit to us and for this country too. 7 years from now. And if we don't familiarize ourselves to focalizing our thought, it will be a bad habit to us and for this country too. It will be a culture to remain silent and choose to accept things instead of stand for it. And I find a lot of millennials these days who choose to remain silent because of all the culture we have, like patriarchy and inequality within our society. They say that it's better to remain silent than have to bring a shame to their family. A shame, millennials. And this thing cannot be continued. This thing is unhealthy and it needs to be removed from Indonesia. This is why we need to use our voice for them that cannot use the voice. And let others learn about it, educate themselves about it, because it's a crucial thing. We are the voice of this generation, even though sometimes they close their eyes, they close their ears. Just remember that if you repeat the same thing over and over again, eventually they will listen to us and take an action. Voice of this generation, even though sometimes they close their eyes, they close their ears. Just remember that if you repeat the same thing over and over again, eventually they will listen to us and take an action for it. Omnibus law, for example. You know the case, millennials. And we always have our voice. Never let it shut down because all of these people with their own concerns. Don't be afraid to let others know about your opinion, millennials. Who knows, maybe your thought can bring us something new, something worth to try. Be brave, millennials. Always be brave. Thank you for all of your attention. Wish you all have a great day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.